Uh, yeah, I don't know. In my life, probably at some point. But look, it's a shot that I worked on. I think the most out of everything in my game, because that was the shot that lost me the U.S. Open final, and that was a shot that maybe lost me a few other Grand Slams. And obviously, I want to make it better. I wanted to improve it, and if it's working well, then I'm happy about that.
Yeah. You talked a little bit about your knee on court. What did you kind of feel when you went down, and how worried were you?
Yeah, I mean, how you call it, when my knee went too straight. I mean, I overstretched it. Is that how you call it? So we'll see. I do have pain right now, and I will check it. I will see what the MRI says. But I personally don't think that it can be anything too serious, because I still played. Of course, I was limited. I feel like in some of the movements I was limited, but if you're breaking a ligament, or you're breaking something else, a meniscus or something like that, I don't think you can continue playing even the way I did. So we'll see what it is, but hopefully I'll be fine in 2 days' time.
Hi Sasha, mighty shots, congrats on the win.
Thanks.
In the tiebreak, it was back and forth continuously.
Yeah.
How much work behind the scenes do you do mentally to ensure that you remain composed in those tight moments?
Yeah, I mean, I do also do mental work for sure, but I think the tiebreak, none of us really got tight. I think there were good points, and at some point also long rallies. I think both of us saved the set points and match points by playing aggressively, serving quite well. And I mean, I had my chances, he had his chances, but all in all, I think both players won the points that they should have won, and that's why it was such a long tiebreak.
Especially, what did it mean to have Pet watching you, and what did he say to you?
Yeah,
when you came on court?
he's a great guy. I've talked to him afterwards as well. I have huge respect for him. I mean, obviously he was an incredible player, but also as a manager, he's unbelievable. And as a person also, he's so welcoming. It's really a pleasure to talk to him, just communicate. And I was very happy to meet him today.
Was that the first time you met him?
Yeah, first time.
You invited him into your box, I think, didn't you?
Yeah, but I'm not sure. He can come to the Royal box anytime he wants, I think. So it's not about that.
How would you describe the role you're on right now, the momentum you have from the French, and the way you're playing this season?
It's a positive season so far for me, of course. I'm number 2 on the race. Obviously, still chasing the big one, right? Still chasing the Grand Slam. I thought, I was close in Australia, maybe 1 point away from being in the final. Was 1 set away from winning the French Open. So, of course, I'm working towards that. I'm working towards achieving that dream of mine. And look, that's my mindset, and that's where I want to go.
May I ask one more question? You just described how close you've been. Do you think more about the positives of getting to that stage, or the gap to getting 1 step further?
I think for me personally, especially after the ankle injury, I was never sure whether I was ever going to be back at that level. I was not sure whether I will be playing consistently again and giving myself the chance to be at those stages of Grand Slam, so giving myself the chance to win. So for me, I do take it in a positive way that I am back where I want to be. I am playing quite positively and playing good tennis, and I think if I continue doing the work, and if I continue doing all the right things, which I believe I am doing at the moment and have been doing for the past few years now, I think the opportunities and my time will come.
Take one more English question.
If there's time for one more, I'll be happy to ask it. The next opponent, there are 2 possibilities. Obviously, we don't know yet what the situation is. I haven't seen the latest score, but if it's Taylor Fritz, for example, how would you describe the challenge in playing him and the similarities in your styles?
I think, to be honest, the only similarities are that we're both big servers. apart from that, I do think that we are quite different. He's obviously also a very big hitter. I think, you know, can hit the heck out of the ball for sure. I do think that physically speaking, maybe I'm a bit of a better mover. Maybe I do grind more than him. You know, not always necessarily. Sometimes it is better to be more aggressive, but you know, we've played each other a lot. We've played each other here twice, I think, and it's always entertaining. It's always fun, and I'm looking forward to the challenge. But I don't know what's the score in that match, because obviously they're not done. So they're not even playing. So I mean, so we're talking about one possibility. The other possibility, I think, is also a very tough opponent.
Thank you.
Yeah.
Right, thank you. We'll move on to Germany.
Thank you.
Thank you.